we're down at the unflat pack filming unit. Our core skill we're going to be learning today is how to do a pack's vertical builds. One of our guys has had to leave site just this morning because he didn't know how to do one. So we're going to cover this step by step and make sure that everyone can do it as a one-man team. Now we need to check whether or not we actually need to do a vertical build first. We're going to pretend that there's a low ceiling in here. Now you can use the tape measure, but of course what really matters is does the panel fit. Now when you've got your pack side down, obviously we lift it up and we check, does it hit the ceiling? If it doesn't, we don't need to do a vertical build. But if it's very, very, very close, just check whether or not, imagine it's got a hinge door on, does it hit the ceiling? As most ceilings bow as they get towards the centre. When I'm moving tall panels around the short room, I always lean them down into my shoulder just to give me that extra space I need to move them around the room. This ensures that it misses the floor, but it also doesn't scratch on the ceiling. Now when I'm going to do a vertical build, the wall is my friend, it's my second man and it's what I use first. Having prepped all the parts, first up, three off the bottom and along the top line, all my dowels are in and all my snail cams are already put in the holes. Okay, so we're going to start off just putting our base plinths in like this, just nice and gently does it so we don't push the base in and the top comes over the top of us. As you can see, I'm keeping my body in the way, so if it does fall, it's going to fall onto me and not go anywhere else. The pre-prepped panels slip on like so. I'm just going to pull that in really gently and again keeping my body in the way. That's all gone around 180. Now that's pretty sturdy there. I'm going to do one side first, lock it in and come over to the other side, otherwise it just has a seesaw effect. That's one side locked in. And that's the other one. And that will stand up there on its own with no hassle at all. Okay, it's time to get the lid on. It's really the only place where things can go wrong during this build. Just make sure you keep your arm underneath the wood until it's settled nicely on the top. Now remember, we're pretending that there's a low ceiling just an inch above this wardrobe. And we slide it on and we use this as our third man. Bring it over. Now it always goes on here easily, but if it ever doesn't on this side, I just lift it up slightly. Now that's pushed in and I'm maintaining a hand holding here. I'm just using the wall to knock it in gently. That side goes on. And there we go. Okay, so it's time to put the back on and we're going to be using my best friend in my toolbox, the staple gun. We always use 12mm staples, and if you want to find out more skills on stapling, have a look at my video, Staple Skills, which is on one of the other YouTube videos. Now we're going to work with gravity and not against it. IKEA provided a nice ridge on the bottom of these paxes. So we'll sit the board on the ridge, pull it down into the corner and staple that up. When that's stapled 90 degrees, the other corner will be 90 degrees and your pax frame will be nice and square. Now, using a little method as you can see that I just did called penguin feet, you can hold the bottom of the board right in there while you pull it down nice and tight into the corner. These trousers are great, aren't they? I'm going to pull it in tight here. Now, I'm just going to go around and check because I don't want the staples to be any more than this far apart. When the moisture gets in, it can make the panel rise, the back panel, away from the sides, and that will cause a customer complaint and you'll have to go back and do it. Staples are about 0.01p each, so it's better to just chuck a few more in than spend £25 driving to a job that's 30 miles away. Right, you can rewind this and watch it as many times as you want, but I would recommend you have a quick squiz at it just before you go out on your next vertical build. I've just got a job through, so I'm out of here.